when God gives you a big assignment, you're going to notice that every time you try to complete that assignment or you try to work on it, there's always warfare or some type of obstacles, or you always feel tired or drained, or and the reason being is because that assignment is the key. That assignment is what's going to change your life. That assignment is what has success on the other side. That assignment is the new chapter of your life. Like I spoke about yesterday when I talked about James. Perseverance, when you work with perseverance and when you have perseverance, whatever God has given you, perseverance is needed in order for it to be completed. Perseverance is needed in order for whatever assignment God has given you to be completed. And we try to take shortcuts, many of us. As in, God, I really want to prosper, but the assignment you gave me is too difficult, or I can't work on it right now, or there's too much headaches, there's too much obstacles, so I want to work on something else. What's the next step, God? What's the next plan for me? What should I do next? But God is like, perseverance of the original assignment I gave you, the perseverance has not been completed. That first assignment has not been completed. So how can I give you further instructions? How can I put more on your plate when you haven't even finished what I originally put on your plate? How can I give you more instructions, more assignments, if you have not even completed the first, or you're not even finishing or complying to the first? If I give you more assignments, more instructions on what to do in your life, how to get to the next level, and you have not completed what I previously gave you, that's going to be too much of a burden on you. That's going to be too much of a burden on your plate. That's going to bring more anxiety. I'm not here to cause anxiety. I'm here to take away your anxiety. You're supposed to cast your anxieties on me. Therefore, I'm not about to give you more instructions, more assignments, if the original assignment and the original instructions you have not completed. Right? So many times we're like, God, what's next in my life? What's the next chapter in my life? What am I going to do next? But we still have assignments that are uncompleted. So yeah, God may go silent on you when it comes to that, because you have not completed what he originally told you to complete. You haven't been working on what he originally told you to work on. What people don't understand is, if God specifically spoke to you and gave you an assignment and told you what to do, that means it's very important, because it's according to his will. Whenever it's according to his will, whenever it's important like that, you have to understand that there's going to be so much resistance and so much warfare around completing that assignment. Because why? The enemy understands that is your lottery ticket. The enemy understands that is your gateway to the next level of your life. The enemy understands that completing that assignment is what's going to change your life. Because why? God has given it to you. Anything that God gives to you is good. Any gift he has given you is good. Any instruction he gives you is to prosper you and not to harm you. So whenever God has spoken to you or shown you something via vision, and he told you, you need to complete this, you need to work on this, the reason why there's so much resistance, there's so much warfare, is because God gave it to you, and anything that God gives you is going to prosper and not to harm you. And the enemy knows that. So you have to have so much perseverance to where you fight to complete these assignments despite how heavy it is. You fight to complete it, because that is what's going to get you to the next level. And until you complete that, God may not give you more instructions until you complete that. He may not give you those instructions until you complete that. Think about times in your life where God has given you instructions to do something, And it took you a long time to complete it because there was so much warfare. But when you finally completed it, you saw breakthroughs that came with it. And you're like, wow. When God told me to go back to school, because I didn't finish high school, but when he told me to go back to school and told me to go to college, the amount of warfare that came with that, because why? It's not something I chose to do. It's something he told me to do. So because it's not something I chose to do, and it's something that he told me to do, it came with a lot of warfare because the enemy knew that that was going to be an achievement in my life. The enemy knew that there was something connected to my schooling or the education I was going to receive that was going to be connected to something in my life later on. I went through so much warfare to the point where I told you guys before, I had to pop Tylenols every day before I went to school, because when I would wake up in the morning, the room would be spinning. You would think that I drank the night before, but I didn't. But the room would be spinning like I had a hangover because of the attacks that I was experiencing, the warfare. They would drain me so much to prevent me from getting up in the morning to show up for school. And the type of course that I was in, we had to be at school for 8 o'clock in the morning, which means I had to wake up at 5:30 in the morning, get the kids off to daycare before school program, which also meant that I also had to take a transit. So they knew what they were doing. They would, because before I even knew what I was fighting, I would wake up feeling so dizzy, so nauseated, so stressed and tired. And I went through all of that because they knew that I had these classes early in the morning. And if you're late to these classes, you can get kicked out the program. So I had to show up on time. These classes were no joke. They attacked me left, right, and center. But I had to fight. Perseverance. I had to get up every morning. Not condoning the Tylenol, but I had to pop that Tylenol. Sometimes it didn't even work. And I had to get on that bus. And even when I got to school, I would start in my classes, I was being tormented by the types of dreams that I was having at night that broke my heart, broke my spirit. So every day in class, although I'm supposed to be focusing, I would think about the dream that I had last night that messed with my spirit, that tormented my spirit. And I lost my focus. I wasn't able to focus because of that. There was times where I had to leave class with tears in my eyes, run into the bathroom with tears in my eyes because of the things I was experiencing. And they didn't want me to go to school because they knew that one of the teachers there, who I think is highly gifted, she knew I was in pain, and she knew how to utilize my pain and turn it into a blessing. So she would give me certain exercises to where I had to literally think about my pain, which ended up bringing me an A in my course, because I was able to utilize that pain in that moment, which helped me in whatever I was doing. The classes that God had me take, oh my God, these are classes that are associated with my life today. Like the speech class literally helped me with public speaking, which talking to you guys and articulating certain things. I'm just noticing that the amount of different classes I took really helped with my confidence, my speaking. There's another class I took which is helping with something else that he has me working on, but I can't talk about it right now. But you see what I'm saying? I had no idea that course that he told me to get into was gonna help me in the long haul in many areas, because that course had many courses within that course that's helping me today with confidence and speaking and and not being shy, and really just not being afraid to utilize what I've been through to help others. And You see what I'm saying? Like, what? This is like a revelation that's hitting me right now. God is funny, but I already knew certain things, but it's just hit me on a deeper level today. But that's my point. Like, when I completed that assignment, that was a completion of something he told me to do, which helped me in the long haul. But the warfare was heavy with it because the devil knew that it was going to help me, help others. You see what I mean? When God gives you an assignment, it's something that's going to change your life. And it's important for you to complete it before you get new instructions, before you're able to move on to the next assignment, or before you receive this new set of instructions, because he doesn't want to put anxiety on you. He doesn't want things to be overbearing for you, right? He doesn't want to cause a burden. So the point of me saying this today is think back to certain assignments that he has specifically given you. What is it that he has told you to do that you did not complete, that you have not completed as yet? And think to yourself, is this why I didn't receive my new set of instructions? Is this why I'm not hearing what's next? Because I didn't complete that? That could be the reason why. Still pray about it, but that could be the reason why. Because as I stated before, I know for a fact that when I start asking God, hey, what's next? What should I do next? I can hear his voice, and a lot of the times he's telling me, finish your assignment, finish your assignment, finish your assignment, which brings me right back to the very thing that I've been procrastinating, the very thing that I get the most warfare when I try to finish, and sometimes I avoid it because of that. But every time I want to know what's next and what I should do next, finish your assignment, finish your assignment, finish your assignment. So I'm telling y'all, God may not give you your next set of instructions or the next assignment until you complete the original assignment. And just think about it. If your assignment wasn't that important and it wasn't going to change your life, then why is there so much attacks associated with it? Why would the enemy waste his time to attack you if there was nothing beautiful that's going to come out of that assignment? And this is where God says, trust the plans that I have for you. Plans for you to prosper and not to harm you. Your assignment comes with a plan. Your assignment comes with a plan. Perseverance and faith is needed in order for you to complete that assignment so you can achieve the plans. Anyways, I love you guys. Bye.